How about William Shatner right there? Autograph right there.
We're off to a great start.
Are you already recording this?
Of course.
That's awesome.
So, Rob, I got an email from you 2 days ago saying you want me to be in your bracket challenge.
Yes.
I don't know anything about basketball. I don't even know what it is. I
You
think
played basketball in my church league before.
That was a long time ago. That was a former life.
It was for both of us.
The only thing I know about college basketball is what I hear in passing from like Sports Center updates, like, oh, supposedly the Hoosiers are good, or something like that.
You're already on top of it.
Yeah, so something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad to play in your bracket, but obviously I'm not going to spend an hour of my time looking up the teams and figuring out who's actually going to win. So I'm going to spend an hour of my time creating this video instead.
All right, fair enough.
So,
are you going to do it for a whole hour?
No, this will not be an hour.
Okay.
Okay, so here's how I've decided that I'm going to determine how to pick things, and this is how we have to talk through them.
Okay.
Anybody who's seeded 1 through 3, they automatically get a pass to the second round.
Fair enough.
Because I'm not going to be...
You know, Duke was the number 2 seed last year and lost in the first round.
That's an anomaly.
It's an anomaly?
That's an anomaly. That's only happened 8 times.
What is that behind you, by the way? It says, like, CSAC?
Oh, pay no attention to that.
What is that?
That was when I was in a band and we had radio plays.
What's CSAC? It doesn't sound appropriate.
I know, CSAC.
I'm saying.
This is a family show, Rob.
Okay, you're the one putting it in the video. That's what it is.
This is already awesome. Okay, so...
At least I'm putting William Shatner and Roethlisberger in it.
You're definitely bringing more to the table than me.
What?
You're bringing more to the table than I am. However, I do have underwear right here. So...
Is that the one I left over at your house?
What? Hold on. Oh my gosh. As a matter of fact, these are those, actually. Nope, they exist.
I was wondering why my rotation going short.
This is the best ever. Okay, so...
We're going to do this with you again.
Rob, did I tell you what we were going to do as the premise?
No, I kept asking you. I said you're setting me up for failure. You're like, no, Ben is always right.
That's right. Hashtag Ben is always right. Okay, so, do you like how I spouted off that there's only 8 times it's been happening that the 2 would be upset? I did spend the time to figure out the 1 through 3 should get a pass. You're
too competitive not to do this.
Okay. So, 1 through 3 are going to get a pass. Do you have a bracket next to you or near you?
I have one up here.
Okay. So 1 through 3s are all going to get to move to the first round. Okay? And then the rule from there on is it's a fight to the death from their team mascot. Whatever their representative is, wins. So if it's the flying seagulls versus the rabid jackrabbits, we have to imagine the cage fight, an enclosed cage fight, who's going to win?
Well, what if one's a better ground fighter versus the one who's a better boxer?
No, it's a fight to the death.
A fight to the death. All right, you know what? I'm going to pull up a better bracket because I just have a goofy one here, but I'll keep talking and I'll...
Yeah. So I went through and I got all the team names, and some of these team names are not... They do not strike fear into the heart of anyone.
Like a Buckeye. What would a Buckeye strike a fear?
Like a Buckeye. Or a duck. Or...
Whoa. Have you ever run across an angry duck before?
Well, we'll get to it.
Okay.
So let's get it going.
All right.
Do you have the Midwest pulled up?
I can, yeah. All right.
Midwest.
Okay.
So 1 is the Cardinals. They're getting a pass.
Okay.
The 2 is the Devils. They're getting a pass.
Deal.
And 3 is the Spartans, and they're getting a pass.
Deal.
So let's go to the top of the bracket. It's the Rams versus the Tigers. Cage match, fight to the death. Who wins? You put a Ram
versus a Tiger?
It's a Ram versus a Tiger.
I gotta go with Tiger.
You absolutely have to go with the Tiger. If you don't, you have no understanding of animals.
Right.
Next.
Like the Rams got, I think the Rams got sort of a bad draw there to go against the Tiger in the first round.
Yeah, they did. They got screwed.
So
Next game. Cowboys.
In the background, it's the printer printing off a bracket, okay?
I'm glad that you're getting prepared for this.
I didn't know what I was doing.
I know. Next game.
Okay.
Oklahoma State, they're the Cowboys, versus the Oregon Ducks.
Gone. Where'd they go? Again.
Oregon.
Not gone.
I didn't say Oregon. That's
Oregon.
dumb. Oregon. Got it. Oregon, like liver. So, Cowboys versus Ducks. Can we agree that the Cowboy would smash a duck?
I would agree with that.
Or at least lasso it and hog tie it?
Yeah, I think Cowboys.
Cowboy.
Duck.
All right. Next game. St. Louis, which I had to look up their thing because I don't even know what it is, and it turns out it's a good luck charm.
Okay.
I don't even know what it is. It's a good luck charm. Versus New Mexico State, which is the Lobos, which is...
New Mexico State's the Lobos?
Isn't that right?
It's New Mexico's the Lobos.
New Mexico... Oh, no, it's the Aggies. New Mexico State is the Aggies. Which,
memory right there.
That was pretty good. See, this is why I had you on this. New Mexico State, they're the Aggies, which stands for agriculture, which means they're farmers. So, it's the good luck charms versus the farmers.
I mean, who would you rather have you on your side in a end of the world scenario? You'd want a farmer, right? You don't need good luck charms. You need a farmer.
That's right. We got to go with something solid. At least they have a hoe to chop the good luck charm in half.
Absolutely. That's another way we could do this is maybe next year we'll do it in a way of, preppers. If you were a prepper, what would you rather have on your side?
Yeah, there you go. Farmers. All right, so then Memphis. The next game is...
That's New Mexico State, the farmers, right?
They're the farmers. So the farmers are moving on. And the next game is Memphis Tigers versus whoever's playing right now, St. Mary's and Middle Tennessee. I'm pretty confident. I didn't even look up their mascots, but I'm pretty confident anything that gets in the cage with the tiger is going to win. Is going to lose.
Yeah, absolutely.
We have to go Tigers, even though we already went Tigers earlier. Now,
yeah.
This could be a real big problem if the Tigers run into each other.
Yeah, but what's the Tigers' nemesis?
I don't know. What?
I don't know. You're the expert on these mascots.
I mean, they're pretty top of the food chain except for a human.
Well, then maybe the farmer could beat a tiger.
We'll find out in the next round.
Absolutely. All right. We'll go with Memphis and the Tigers there.
Yeah, we have to. All right. Michigan State got a pass. Creighton Blue Jays versus the Cincinnati Bearcats. Bearcats. All right. Now, let's go to the top again. We've got Cardinals versus Tigers. Tigers are going to crush those birds.
The only person happy with this pick right now in the world is Levi. Levi's like, yeah, let's go Tigers.
Shout out Levi. Hootie Moxer. All right.
Hashtag Levi. What are we doing?
Hashtag awesome. All right, next one is Cowboys versus Farmers. It's the battle.
That's a tough battle right there. You know what? I mean, I know some pretty badass farmers, right?
My dad's a farmer. He's pretty badass.
I think I'm going to go with the upset with the farmer being just more prepared for a cowboy sort of coming into his turf.
Really?
I'm going to go with the farmer.
Cowboys got guns, man.
You've never seen a farmer without a gun?
I've seen him with a rake.
He's could have hit him with a race. Okay, you've never seen a farmer that doesn't have guns at his farm?
A cowboy's got a horse.
Versus a John Deere.
Oh, you're going to hide behind a John Deere.
How can you beat a John Deere?
We're going with John Deere.
Farmer.
Farmers just became John Deere.
I love this.
Next game. All right. This is a tough one. So, Tigers moved on. They now face who got a bye in the first round, the Spartans.
Ooh.
We just said they're top of the food chain, and when I think Spartans, I think 300 Gerard Butler Spartan. This is Sparta!
You sold me. I think we gotta go with Spartans.
You have to.
I don't know how you can't.
Right. And it's, I mean, yeah. You mean 300 of those versus 300 Tigers, Spartans are coming out.
At least one is on top, right?
Yeah. Top of the food chain.
All you gotta do is be +1 at the end of the game, right?
Right. All right, next game. Bearcats versus Devils.
Are we talking like spiritual battles or like physical battles?
It's a physical battle.
Physical battle. I would, have you seen that little devil with the pitchfork that they have?
Yeah, he's blue.
Like, it's not because he's a dancer with the Blue Man Group, but I mean, it's a blue devil.
He's a blue devil.
For a Catholic school, that's pretty badass.
Ooh. It's kind of sacrilegious.
Badass sacrilegious.
I mean, a devil and a bearcat, I have to imagine that the devils have some sort of spiritual power.
I mean, at least some magic to get by a bearcat. Maybe when they get to a tiger, there might be some issue, or a Spartan.
Maybe they can put it to sleep.
I'm going with the devils.
Even though it's a blue devil, so it might have depression problems?
Most Duke fans do have depression.
We have to go with the Devils simply because of spiritual powers we don't have proper understanding of.
Absolutely.
All right, back to the top. Tigers versus John Deere.
It's getting a little bit tougher each round.
If it's me, I'm going with a tiger versus a farmer.
I mean, especially he probably took some moves going up against the Cowboy the round before. He's probably not coming in 100%. The Tiger had to go through a Cardinal. He's doing pretty good right now. I think the Tiger is coming in stronger.
I agree. I think he's probably fully fueled after eating that Cardinal.
Absolutely. All right,
Tigers.
But now we're back to the Spartan versus the Devil.
This is an epic match.
I mean, Elite Eight for a seed in the Elite Eight. This is incredible.
You mean to tell me Spartan?
I didn't know Spartan was bringing such big guns to the fight.
Or Blue Devils. Oh, just the Blue Devil. I'm so sad.
You're so sad. You know what? If we did, the blue thing is an interesting approach to go, you know what? They might be depressed. And
I think they have depression problems.
If they're on Xanax, the Spartan's going to beat the crap out of them.
Yeah. There's no Spartan that's ever been on Xanax.
Okay. Spartan
Xanax free. Go for the win.
All
right.
Spartans going up against some Tigers.
I think this is a no-brainer. The Spartan.
They went through some Tigers before. I don't know why they wouldn't be able to do it again.
Exactly. Let's repeat this performance. Gladiator, Spartan, kind of the same thing. He beat Tigers.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, we got to be done with that side of the bracket.
All right.
Now.
So we got the Spartans in the Final Four in the Midwest.
Yep. These are solid picks, man.
These are. I'm actually pretty psyched about these so far.
This is pretty good. Okay, let's go to the West.
Okay.
So the teams that get passes are the Bulldogs, the Wolves, and the Buckeyes.
Okay.
So first game, Pittsburgh, Wichita State. It's the Panthers versus the Shockers.
What's a Shocker?
Honestly, I don't even want to discuss the Shocker because there's some weird innuendos and stuff. And
Yeah, there is.
I mean, let's just get past that and go with straight electricity. Is electricity? I mean, it's a fight to the death
Defining the shocker as? It's not like an emotional damage?
Ooh. I would like to eliminate the shocker simply based off of the innuendo, and I don't want to have to deal with it.
Deal. Panther it is.
A Panther, you get one good shock in there, and I'm confident the Panther is going to endure.
I mean, like, what if the Panthers got, like, rubber, like,
Yeah, they've got paws.
What?
They've got paws on the bottom of their feet.
I'm sure they've been hit by lightning before.
Yes. I think our logic is flawed on this one. However, we're bypassing them anyway.
What is logic, really, between the two of us?
Wisconsin Badgers versus the Ole Miss Rebels.
Badgers? We don't need no stinking badgers.
But Badgers.
Badgers, oh. Okay.
So, Rebels.
Wait.
I mean,
it's actually a tougher one than I thought.
They're Rebels, so you know that they're probably drunk.
And, drunk Rebels.
And they probably got shotguns in the back of their truck.
Very valid point.
And knives. They've got knives.
But badgers, I mean, have you ever, like, run into a mean badger?
No, I haven't. That's why I still have both hands.
Yeah. You know what? I'll go with the Rebel upset here. I think
I have to. Just
Rebel Alliance.
The whole like opposable thumb thing. That's a pretty dominant piece.
Yeah.
Rebels.
I'm glad you've done the research on all these mascots because I haven't.
Right. So next game.
What did you put in this video?
It's the Kansas State Wildcats versus the LaSalle or Boise whoever's. And I didn't look them up because, honestly, if you're playing into getting into this thing, you're going to get crushed by a Wildcat. You're probably like the LaSalle Towels.
All right. I'm not even going to go anywhere with it. I'll agree with you.
Unfortunately, the Wildcats kind of get a pass because of my laziness.
Fair enough.
Now, what's funny is that we've got the Arizona Wildcats, which, if it was me, I'd like to eliminate them just based off of unoriginality. Yeah. We've got way too many Wildcats in this thing.
What about Wildcats? Like, we got a lot of Tigers, too, but look what happened to the Tigers.
Right. That's true. So we've got Arizona Wildcats versus the Belmont Bears.
Ooh. Wow. First rounder, too.
That's raw.
That's raw.
Man.
Wow.
The Bears are going to definitely outweigh the Wildcats.
I don't know how you can't go with the Bears.
It's pretty obvious. They're actually Bruins, Belmont Bruins or something, but that ends up being a bear. I had to look it up.
A Bruin is a bear?
Yeah, it's a big-ass bear.
Really?
Yeah.
The Boston Bruins now have a little bit more respect for me right now.
Yeah, it's a big bear. Or the UCLA Bruins, it's a bear.
Interesting.
Yep. Okay, so next game is Notre Dame Fighting Irish versus the Iowa State Cyclones.
A tornado versus a drunk Irishman.
Yeah, in a cage match. Fight to the death.
What would Ben Snyder say?
I think Ben Snyder would yield to nature.
Would Ben run from a tornado?
No, but it's this cage match to the friggin' death.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know how any. I think the Cyclones got to win.
It has to win.
I apologize, Ben Snyder. Why would you be watching this? He's too important to watch.
And this is far too long.
Absolutely.
But it's awesome.
He's got like 1 minute in, and he's probably doing some prep. I'm sort of jealous, man. Let's be honest.
All right, back to the top. Bulldogs versus Panthers. Who's winning?
Ooh, I mean, the Panthers got to win. The Bulldogs, it's a Bulldog.
It's a lot smaller.
I like the Bulldogs, but I just can't see it being a Panther.
I'm going with Panthers just based off of claws.
It's a valid point right there.
So now they have now become the Claws.
Claw.
Next game, Rebels versus Wildcats. Drunk hillbillies versus Wildcats.
See, the disappointing part there is I sort of would like to see these Rebels going against the Fighting Irish if they both could have made it.
That's too bad that those Cyclones kicked the crap out of the Irish.
I know. So disappointing.
The drunk Rebels versus the drunk Irish. That'd be great.
Who would win? Who would win there is Guinness.
Alcoholism wins that fight.
Yeah, the liver doesn't win that fight. It's
all right. Would we agree that Wildcats would kill drunk hillbillies?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Wildcat.
I don't think they would finish them off. I think they just maim them enough because it's not going to be really bad protein.
Too much fat to sift through.
It's like all that alcohol. Like, they'll preserve for a while. We'll kill them later.
Now, this is going to get interesting later when we talk about the running Rebels. But let's not get distracted.
All right.
All right, next one is an epic battle. This is the main event.
Okay.
If you ask me, because it's the Bears versus the Wolves.
Ooh.
The New Mexico is the Lobos, which is Spanish. It's Spanish for wolves.
If anyone made that mistake, I thought it would be me. Okay. So glad it was you.
So Mexican for Lobos is wolves. Anyway, so Bears versus Wolves.
You know what? I kind of got to go with the Wolves on this one because they flock in bigger packs.
They do. They're bigger packs, and they're just plain feisty.
Yeah.
They're fearless.
I would take a pack of wolves. I'd be more scared of a pack of wolves than a bear.
I would too. I think I could probably get away from a bear. I'm not getting away from any wolves.
Yeah.
And bears don't really travel in packs, so it's kind of contrary to call yourself the Bears because it's like not even natural.
Yeah. How mascots just look like a Blue Devil. It just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, they should have been eliminated just off of sensibility. Okay, this one is pretty simple. Cyclones versus Buckeyes.
Now now are we talking about the worthless nut Buckeye?
Well, by definition, that's a Buckeye.
Okay.
Unless you're talking about the peanut butter with chocolate around it, and that's delicious.
That would be. You know what? For deliciousness factor, it might have to survive.
I think the Cyclones would give up their spot to the Buckeye if it was the chocolate-covered peanut butter.
But this is what we'll take a step back, and if it was just the worthless nut that falls off the tree.
It is.
A cyclone is just going to throw those around, and it's going to do even more damage. It's like projectiles.
Yeah. You're actually adding to the damage of the cyclone by being a Buckeye.
Yeah.
Now, had this been the Wolves versus the Buckeyes are poisonous.
Really?
Yeah, and it probably would have killed the Wolves. Now, granted, after the wolf eats it, and it has to get to the next round.
Mental issues.
I mean, we're reaching other things. So we got to go with the Cyclones.
I don't know how the Cyclones can't beat.
Right. Okay, so next game. Back to the top.
It's
the Claws versus the Wildcats.
It's the Claws versus Claws 2.0.
Are Wildcats more claw-y than Panthers?
I'm not.
This is the point where I have to bring up something that's really kind of diffusing to the Wildcat lore.
Yeah?
What if it's a wild neighborhood cat?
Yeah, you know what? That's a good point.
These stupid black cats that are running around my neighborhood, dude, you mean to tell me a panther can't eat that thing?
A panther's like a varsity level wildcat.
I would tend to agree. So we're going Claws?
I think we're going to go Claws.
Claws. Okay, now this is very interesting. This is where nature meets animal. Wolves versus Cyclones.
Now, in this situation, that's the question I would have for you is if you were Bear Grylls stuck in the nature, would you rather have to protect yourself from a cyclone or from a pack of wolves?
Cyclone.
You'd rather have to. You'd least likely want to run into a pack of wolves.
I want nothing to do with a pack of wolves ever.
See, that's why I think they might have to actually upset the Cyclone right here. And then nature, I mean...
But are the Cyclones afraid of a wolf?
A Cyclone... an object. It's like...
No, it has feelings.
This is a real story with real people.
This matters.
This Cyclone cried and you've got mail.
I know, there's no hints. Cyclone versus a wolf. I don't think wolves are backing down from anything. If they beat the heck out of a bear, do they just outlast the Cyclone? I don't know.
They're in bigger packs. You're not going to... I mean, a Cyclone isn't usually that long of a storm. It's got to die down at some point.
So they just have to weather the initial storm?
I gotta think so. I mean, I think there's an upset here with I think the Wolves can take out a Cyclone.
I would tend to agree. I mean,
it's not last it, maybe not take it out.
Even if they get tossed by the Cyclone 50 yards, those suckers are running right back in.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not going to take a lot of time.
I think the Wolves win
Wolves.
this one.
All right, last game. Claws versus Wolves.
Oh, jeez.
I said before I want nothing to do with wolves.
Gosh.
Panthers versus wolves.
I'm leaning towards the Wolves right now.
You have to. Because they travel in packs. Panthers don't hunt in packs. They just go out and try and find one thing and take it down themselves because they're pretty badass. However...
What's the most famous panther you know?
Are there famous panthers?
There might be.
The pink one? I know the Pink Panther.
The Pink Panther, exactly, okay?
Oh, God. How did the Pink Panther make it to the final or the Elite Eight?
He's a slippery son of a gun.
Oh, he turned the tide on us.
Yeah.
So now it's a pack of wolves versus a Pink Panther? Do-doom, 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 do-doom.
Good to pick out the Pink Panther. It's got to.
No theme music is going to save the Pink Panther from wolves. Wolves are moving on to the Final Four.
Good luck getting that music stuck. Get out of here.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
It's stuck in your head for a week now. It's your fault.
Yep. The damn claws. All right, South Region.
All right, here we go.
The teams that get a pass are the Jayhawks, Gators, and the Latin for what's.
The what?
The Latin word for what's.
Hoya?
Yeah, Hoya. That means what's.
What?
In Latin. That's what I looked it up. It's Latin for what's.
Isn't it a bulldog of some sort?
No, that's what they adopted as their mascot. But a Hoya officially is a Latin word for what?
So what you're saying, I don't even know.
What we're saying is that game is going to be awesome to call.
Let's see where they got to fight, okay? Because a what
Oh,
be...
yeah, right. Let's just let it play out.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Okay, so first game. Tar Heel versus the Wildcats. Dang! Freaking more Wildcats.
Are we running out of Wildcats yet?
I mean, yes, thankfully no more Wildcats.
I mean, do you know what a Tar Heel is?
I believe it's a person.
Are you relying on me? You think since I live near Chapel Hill that I know what a Tar Heel is?
Yeah, I kind of thought that it was. I believe it's a person. Is that correct or not? Oh, no. Oh, no. I didn't want to have to do any live research. Hang on.
Here we go. Stand by.
What's a Tar Heel?
Oh.
Tar Heel is a nickname applied to the state and inhabitants of North Carolina. Thanks. Thanks for that. During the American Revolutionary War, were fording what is known as Tar Heels. What's a Tar Heel? Citizens. They're people.
They're people with that leave footprints behind.
Yeah, that just have dirty feet, I guess.
Have you ever been in a car with someone that's got dirty feet? It could kill a small animal.
I mean, again, we have to go with the ability to logic and to be logical and strategize. So I'm gonna go human being over cat any day. Because again, we're talking about wildcats and
it could be a wild alley cat.
Right, could be an alley cat. You don't know. Tar Heel. Now clean up your freaking feet.
Yeah.
That's sick. Next one, VCU Rams versus the Akron Zips. What the heck is a zip? The history is that it came from the Zippers, which but their official mascot is a kangaroo. So I figured we could give them credit as a kangaroo.
But how many? A zipper is like a cyclone. It's not doesn't feel fear or anything. But how much damage has a zipper done to you in the past? Have you seen There's Something About Mary?
I mean, I don't want to talk about it, but it can be painful.
It's got teeth.
It's got teeth, but rams have horns. And they chew everything.
True.
So they're gonna eat that zipper, and if we give them credit as a kangaroo, they're gonna get butted off the friggin' right into the cage and squished.
Yeah, you're right. As much as I want a zip to win there, it doesn't happen.
As much as I wanted the zippers to advance to the next round.
Now, if it was a button-up fly, it'd be different.
All right. Next game, Michigan Wolverines versus the South Dakota Jackrabbits.
Oh, Wolverines. You gotta go with Wolverines.
It's not even worth discussing. Next game, UCLA Bruins, which is a bear.
A bear.
And then the Minnesota Golden Gophers. Bears. Although I'd like to know what that golden gopher is. I mean, is it actually made of metal?
Well, see, a golden gopher against a blue devil would be an interesting color match.
Yeah. Or the good luck charms, like we talked about earlier. The golden gopher. Now,
I know the Fighting Irish got knocked out earlier, but they'd be someone I want to party with later, though, during the.
For sure. If there was a consolation round, I want to be with them the whole time.
Absolutely.
San Diego State Aztecs versus the Oklahoma Sooners.
What's a Sooner? Isn't that like a middle of the Wild West?
I'll tell you what it is. It's a cheater! It's a freaking cheater!
A Sooner is a cheater?
That's a cheater. Yeah.
How's a Sooner a cheater?
Let me explain for you.
Okay, I'm listening.
When they were settling the Louisiana Purchase or whatever the heck that big thing was where they sold like Wyoming and stuff. I don't know. They were settling the West. And then they would line up and they would shoot the gun and then people would go out and whoever claimed the flag first, that was their property. Remember those stories?
Yeah, it's like capture the flag.
Yeah, kind of. Well, Sooners were people who left before the freaking gunshot, so they're cheaters.
Oh, they left sooner than the shot.
Right.
Why would someone put that as their school mascot?
Yeah, cheaters.
I mean, that's like that's what I expect like Miami to do.
I expect many regular NCAA regulations to be broken by these guys, but I'm not voting for them against Aztecs. Honestly, Aztecs were pretty tough dudes. They cut each other's hearts out and then ran upstairs.
Have you seen Temple of Doom?
Melted faces?
Aztecs. Oh.
Aztecs.
I'm just waiting for someone to respond. It's like, it wasn't Aztecs in Temple of Doom. It was actually the...
Yeah, correct us, please. We would love that. All right, next round. Okay, here's where it gets interesting.
All right.
Jayhawks versus Tar Heels. How the heck is a Jayhawk going to kill a human being? Tar Heels.
All right.
Just based off of your ability to reason.
Obviously, you haven't been around many targets. I'm just kidding. If my boss watches this, I just got fired.
And the girl who used to be the cheerleader or something, right?
Yeah, Brittany.
Yeah.
She's not talking to me anymore now either, then, if she watches this.
No. All right.
She would have made it this far in the video. She would have watched the first couple minutes, like, oh, man, that's cute. I like the guy you're talking to.
Yeah, when he impersonated the Spartan. Next round, our next game, Rams.
If we need to impersonate something that's slightly overweight, let me know.
We might. Man, we had that opportunity back when we were talking about the hillbillies.
If it was later in the summer, I could even imitate the bad tan.
Dang, crap. Missed opportunity. That was gold. All right.
Can't go back.
Rams versus Wolverines.
I gotta go with Wolverines, right?
I guess. I mean, I heard they're like the
sharp, pointy teeth.
Yeah, and the Ram, that's a big thing, but I think over time it's gonna that Wolverine's gonna get it.
It's a tough call there. This is a pretty good battle.
It's an epic battle, really.
Now, do Rams go in packs?
No. I mean, they do kind of. They're herded. Wolverines are lone wolves.
Oh, if they're lone wolves, yeah.
Rams. Oh, Rams got it out of nowhere. All right.
I mean, like...
I'm down. Whatever. Let's move on, because the next one is interesting, too.
Let's kick it or something.
Next one, UCLA Bears versus the Florida Gators.
Ooh.
Bears and Gators.
Bears and Gators, oh my. Oh.
Gators.
This is a tough one here. I'm trying to even just...
Gators are fast.
They are.
If they get one mouth on you, you're done. That Bear's leg is gone. However, is it going to be able to get a mouth on a leg?
Who's got home court advantage here? Are we playing near a riverbed where a bear might be getting some water?
It's the South region.
What?
It's the South region.
Or the hillbillies were in the West. That's a screwed up.
All right. Let me play the trump card right here.
All right.
There are human beings that weigh 200 pounds that wrestle alligators. We're talking about a bear that weighs a ton.
Yeah, that's a valid point there.
Can we go Bears?
I think we gotta go Bears. That was a good argument there.
Bears.
Were you in debate team? That's pretty good too.
Next one.
Okay.
Aztecs versus the Latin for what's.
What?
I'm confident that the Aztecs couldn't spell. They used hieroglyphics, but I don't think that a word could defeat them.
It could have confused them mightily, though.
Yep.
What if it was helped them write that calendar? Oh, wait, that was mine. Not bad. I'm gonna
Same type of people group, I guess. We're going Aztec.
We're painting any broad brushes here at all.
We're not racist about past settlements.
I was wondering what word you were going to use there.
Yeah, I didn't know what the right one was. Okay, go to the top again.
Okay, so we have Aztecs beating the word?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not much of a fight. You got to rip a piece of paper.
Well, have you ever been confused with someone that's like, what?
At some point, they're going to be so confused, they'll step on the word.
I thought you just leave the room and be like, I'm not dealing with you anymore. You just go and do what you want.
So they forfeit?
Yeah,
they forfeit out of confusion?
What?
They forfeit out of confusion?
This could have happened. Like, what?
This is awesome. I think they still win. Despite, I was confused. I had to look it up. That's a good point.
I think at some point it has to just like...
All right, here's how we're going to solve this. We're going to flip the chocolate.
Okay. Wait, hold up here, Mr. Dolce.
It's 86% cocoa. So flat is tails, Ghirardelli is heads. Okay, ready? Oh, God. It's tails.
Who was tails?
I don't remember. It melted on my computer.
This is going to be bad.
Okay, so
the next round battle is Ben versus the keyboard.
Okay, it's the tails is the Hoyas and heads is the Aztecs. Ready? Go. Heads. So Aztecs.
Aztecs, fair enough.
They win.
All right, so next we got.
Okay, Tar Heels versus Rams.
Eagle versus Rams.
Oof. If they're not like those Spanish like bold Dodger guys, what are those called? Conquistadors? Yeah. No, not conquistadors. Matadors.
Matadors. Hey, it's a big word, right?
I think conquistador. That's more of an Aztec.
Every different culture of blending. We're multicultural here. It's what we are.
Absolutely.
It's a melting pot.
Tar Heels versus Rams. If it's me and I'm a human and I see a ram, I'm running for my life. If I'm caught in a cage, it's going to catch me.
In a cage fight, the human's not winning.
No. Rams. Officially, we are the only bracket in America that has VCU Rams all the way in the Elite Eight.
Except for someone that went to VCU. Look.
They don't count.
Okay.
All right, Bears versus Aztecs. Seems pretty normal. I mean, Aztecs are going to put up a better fight than the Gators.
Yeah, and you know what? They probably had to hunt bears.
Yeah, that's true. Are you saying we should go Aztecs? Because they almost lost in the last round due to confusion.
Yeah, and they're probably pretty pissed right now. It's like, almost like, what? What? A bear, get it! A bear! I'm going Aztecs.
Oh, Aztecs with the upset. Okay. Let's go. All right, we got to go to the next bracket.
What about where do we have to go?
Oh yeah, we do Rams versus Aztecs. Now what are you doing?
Jeez.
We just if it was me, I'm running from a freaking ram.
I'm running from an Aztec. They just beat a bear.
They just ate the bear. They cut its heart out and ran upstairs as an offering to the gods.
Very valid point there. What would they do with a ram?
I mean, I feel like if you can beat a ram, you're beating or beat a bear, you can beat a ram.
I think they're gonna go with Aztecs in the
Wow, man, Aztecs with a strong showing.
That might be the highest ranked team we have.
Absolutely, that's massive upsets and never gonna happen. Okay, next bracket.
Mountain West Conference representing the Final Four.
I heard something about the Mountain West has to represent because they have 5 teams in there or something. I don't know.
So far, they got the best mascots, right?
Yeah, they do. All right, next bracket or region. The ones that get a pass are Hoosiers, Eagles, and Hurricanes. So first game is NCSU, North Carolina State. That's the Wolf Pack.
Yeah, representing.
Versus the Owls.
Oh, you gotta go Wolf Pack over Owls, right?
Go Pack. Personally, I don't know why, but I have a slight affinity for the Pack. And I think it's just because my good friend's daughter goes there. And they're awesome. So I'm secretly...
If they're fans of battling out, NC State fan is a rabid, irrational fan.
Don't tell me this. Okay, next game.
This is a battle with Cleveland Brown fans, okay?
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, I might change. So, all right. Next game.
You know what? After this, no local fan likes me. I've offended the Tar Heels. I've offended the NC State fan, and nobody likes Duke down here anyways.
Next game. Oh, this is where it gets interesting. UNLV, the running rebels, so they're fit drunk people, or
they do those 5K challenges where they're drinking all.
Yeah, they're Tough Mudder guys.
Okay.
And then California golden bears.
Is that like a?
It's a bear, dude. It's a bear.
Is it like a casual bear? Like, hey, yeah, we're going surfing.
This ain't no Yogi Bear.
Oh, okay. It's not Yogi Bear.
No, it's a golden bear.
A bear versus a Tough Mudder.
Oof. I mean, I'm a Tough Mudder. I'm running from a friggin' bear.
You can at least escape, right?
It's a cage. It's a fight to the death.
Yeah.
What are you going to do to ever kill a bear?
Find a big basket?
I guess they're running rebels, so they would have shotguns in the back of their trucks and stuff. Confederate flags. They could put it over its face.
That's a tough one.
It's running rebels.
And we've had a lot of bears in the tournament already. I think it's time for the bear upset.
All right, I'll go with it. The Tough Mudders, move on.
You know, that would be a pretty cool mascot for a school to be a Tough Mudder.
Just have some half-naked guy running around with mud on him.
With a number on his forehead. That hole could be the mascot.
There you go. Next game, Syracuse Irish Catholics, or it's the Montana Grizzlies.
Irish Catholics?
Yeah.
Orangemen.
Right, which are Irish Catholics. I looked it up. It goes back to some king.
All right, it gets what?
It goes back to some king, and they were just Irish Catholics. They were called Orangemen.
Really?
Yep.
Have you seen their mascot? It looks like an orange tennis ball floating.
Yeah, he looks like he's a Georgia orange.
Yeah.
Like, oh, is that the University of Georgia? No, it's Syracuse. Oh.
Go Catholic.
Okay.
All right.
Irish Catholics. So.
What's Montana again?
They're the Grizzlies.
More bears.
More bears. They love bears.
Now, you said they're Catholic or Irish Catholic?
They're Irish Catholics.
Do they have car bombs?
Molotov cocktails?
Yes.
On fire Jameson? I don't know. I mean, we just had a bear upset. Do you want to see the Tough Mudders versus the Irish Catholics?
I kind of want to see that matchup.
All right, we're going with Molotov cocktail for the win.
With another bear upset.
Man, the East is not good for Molotov or for bears. All right.
Hey, Ryan Oakley, you're welcome. I know you're an Orange fan.
Next game. Butler Bulldogs versus the Bucknell Bison. I cannot imagine a scenario where a bulldog ever kills a bison.
But bison is delicious.
Well, he might get a good bite of something delicious, but he's going down.
Yeah, I agree.
Bison is winning. Next game, Illinois Fighting Students.
Okay.
It's the Fighting Illini.
That's right. It's the Fighting Students.
Fighting Students? Question mark? That's what I wrote down.
Okay.
And then Colorado Buffaloes.
You ever see that Simpsons episode where they kept killing the buffalo in the Wild West with everything they just threw at them?
If the statement starts with, have you ever seen that Simpsons episode? The answer is immediately no.
Okay. I'm kind of disappointed that you don't know that.
Nope. I'm not disappointed that I don't know that.
And then buffalo are delicious, and they're having students. And what if those students, fighting students, are hungry?
They're students.
They're always hungry.
Right, that doesn't mean they're going to win.
Have you ever been hungry in a fight?
Okay, if they're hungry, that means they're malnourished, which means they're not at their peak performance.
That's true.
Human beings at their peak performance are not taking down a buffalo.
What's a buffalo do to defend itself?
Charge you?
I don't know. I've never been in a fight with a buffalo.
No? I thought that was your thing.
I think that's my New Year's resolution for next year.
Let's not be silly about this. The Buffaloes have to move forward.
All right.
They're crushing students.
Yeah. You know what? A fighting student's pretty. I mean,
I mean, a fighting student, let's really put it in perspective. What's a fighting student going to be? Oh, I'm going to the dean. I got a bad grade.
That are protesting downtown something for...
Occupy Buffalo?
Yeah. Fighting student's gone.
Yeah, too much smarts in all the wrong ways.
Yeah.
Top of the bracket. Hoosiers versus the Wolf Pack.
Oof.
I don't even know what a Hoosier is. Do you?
No, not really.
Crap. Let's do some research. What's a Hoosier?
What?
A native or inhabitant of Indiana. Thanks.
Thanks for nothing.
Where did they come from? Nickname adopted by Indiana residents. Derives from the dialect term. Probably
is unclear.
The term implied a frontier roughness just beyond the most recently settled and quote civilized regions.
Clock just went off. Okay, I think they lost.
Wolfpack. They couldn't hold on to the cage after they ran. Next one. Okay. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Tough Mudders versus Molotov Cocktails.
This is a pretty good battle right here.
Yeah, it is.
Who would you take?
If it's me, I'm taking the Tough Mudders simply because I think they can run and tackle the Irish people and then drink their booze.
Defense rests.
Next game. Butler Bison versus the Marquette Eagles.
I don't know how an eagle could take down a bison.
I don't either.
I don't know how a bison could take down
I don't either. The only thing I can think of, let's imagine this. If it's in a cage and it's to the death, at some point that eagle has to come down. And the bison's going to step on that thing. Just by sheer weight and mass, you win.
Yeah.
Too bad eagles aren't poisonous. Next game.
They do have some claws and dishes.
Here we go. This is a really good one.
Okay.
This is the juggernaut of the tournament, if you ask me.
All right.
They got a pass in the first round.
Okay.
Buffaloes versus Hurricanes.
I don't know how the Buffalo could survive a hurricane.
Depends what category.
Even in Category 1, our wins, right?
Yeah. And we're in a cage and we're to the death. Hurricane for the win.
Absolutely. Let's be honest, Miami's probably finding a way to cheat, too. Coming from a Hurricane fan over here, too. We're not cheating. We're not trying.
We're going Wolfpack versus the Tough Mudders.
Now, what did you say earlier about...
I would run. And I would get eaten.
I think a Wolfpack's going to be a Tough Mudder.
Yep, no question. Unfortunately for our pack, there's a juggernaut coming. Because Bison are going to suffer the same fate as the Buffaloes because they're basically the same thing with the Hurricanes.
Yeah, I don't see anything. I don't see them getting in the way of even a Category 1. Maybe even there were tropical storms.
That's right. Next round, Wolfpack, Hurricane.
Boy, that is the juggernaut, isn't it?
That's the juggernaut. Hurricane.
Jeez.
That pack of wolves is now spread across 5 continents. Okay, we're in the Final Four now.
All right.
Let's go to the left side. Let's revisit who's in it. We've got
on the Midwest, we got Michigan State representing the Spartans.
Yes. This is Sparta!
And then we have the Lobos coming out of the West.
God, I hate calling them the Lobos because it sounds so much cooler to call them Wolves.
Wolves versus Spartans.
Wolves versus Spartans.
We've had this battle before.
Let me take you back. Do you remember in the movie 300, which we are using for reference to say all Michigan State Spartans are those 300 Spartans?
Okay.
In that movie, what is his trial that he has to face before he becomes a man? He's out in the winter, out in the snow, and then that wolf sneaks up on him.
You want to know something that you're gonna.
Oh no!
Take less of me once I tell you this.
You like The Simpsons and you've never seen 300. Oh no! This is over. Our friendship is over. I'll have you know, in the first 10 minutes, he goes out and he kills a wolf.
I think we gotta go with Sparta. Then I believe you.
This is Sparta.
When have you ever lied before?
This is Sparta.
We got Michigan State in the finals of the Sparty.
Yeah. Now, in the other bracket, the confusable, but the pissed off Aztecs versus a Category 1 through 5 hurricane.
Have people survived hurricanes before?
People survive hurricanes every year.
Oh, but they can take out a good chunk of people too, don't they?
For sure.
Now,
but this isn't a cage fight to the death.
Yeah.
They don't have shelter. They can't just hide.
True.
There's no boarding up of windows. They're going to be swept off of their temples and then put into their hieroglyphic laced caves.
See, I'm trying to play devil's advocate for the Aztecs because I don't want my bias for the Hurricanes to come through.
The only thing that can stop a hurricane is time. Can the Aztecs buy enough time to get through a hurricane? That's like 4 days.
And unless they have their readiness pack ready to go, I mean, they didn't survive their own calendar.
Done. Hurricanes. You just got crushed. Or you crushed the Aztecs. We have an epic battle in this final. Let me take you back to the movie 300.
All right. As you explain, take me back.
They go into battle against Xerxes, the great human god thing.
Wait, how come you gonna go with Spartans? How come you gonna go to bat for them?
Well, because I'm gonna make the case for both.
Okay, make the case
for the Spartans. They go to battle. It's 300 versus the world, basically.
Okay.
They send their soldiers in there for the first day, and they get trounced. They're methodically just going through people like GSP. So, methodically, not entertainingly. Methodically.
GSP.
Right. So, GSP is the right thing there. But then the next day, guess what it does? Massive storm.
Okay.
Slightly like a hurricane. It crushes a bunch of the boats and kills like half of Xerxes' armies. They survive. Now, we don't know what category that was. It might have just been Category 1.
Could have been just a tropical storm.
Might have just blown through. But here's the case for the Spartans. And you can let your bias come out for the Hurricanes. I'd like to hear this. They survived it. They didn't have shelter. They had shields and swords and each other, half-naked, burly men.
See, I'm trying to find a good way to defend my Hurricanes, right?
Right.
And the only reference I can come to is Karate Kid 2.
I don't know that.
You haven't seen the second Karate Kid?
You and I have very different upbringings.
I have it on DVD.
Thank God we both knew who GSP was.
I know. But there's a hurricane going on, and the Karate Kid goes out and saves a girl during the hurricane.
What?
Yeah.
Is that when they sit here and do this?
That's in the third one.
Oh, okay.
I feel really... Okay. You know how bad my night now has gone? You don't watch The Simpsons, and I haven't watched The Simpsons. I haven't seen 300. I know that quick reference to Karate Kid.
Just from rubbing my hands together. Click, 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 crane kick, yeah!
Oh my gosh, I gotta reevaluate my life after this.
Can the Spartans survive a hurricane?
I'm trying to find a way a hurricane can... the Saints
What did we say, though? We said the only thing that can kill a hurricane is time. It just runs out of power.
You know what? Are there Spartans here today and there aren't Aztecs?
Yes. Michigan State Spartans, congratulations. You are the baddest of everyone in the bracket. Spartans for the win.
Incredible. Epic.
This is the greatest thing I've ever done in my life.
We both need to reevaluate our lives now after this.
Pay no attention to the thing that said I had national airplay in a band. I'm ending this.
William Shatner wants to say hi. You see that autograph?
It's the greatest moment.
William Shatner.
Yeah. I mean, Priceline negotiator.
Come on. If William Shatner would beat a Spartan.
Good luck, Michigan State.